Okay, it
Okay.
works.
Well, wait. Well, we didn't even decide on the topic. What's the topic?
Honestly, I'm willing to let you decide. I will note that I'm gonna have to walk away for like just a sec because I got some food cooking. But,
Sure. You know what? Okay, so you're on the Utah side. Let's do Utah versus Arame.
lol. All right. I'm gonna go do a
Actually, I
food
don't know
check real
Arame
quick.
like that to really. Hold on.
Yeah, it's all good.
Give me a
Well,
second.
you can do,
I'm trying
yeah,
to
because I
think
gotta do
if I know
something.
anything about Arame.
All right, I'll be back.
Okay, this is for the recording in the future. Oh, Pepper is right now thinking about anything to do with Arame. Oh, or. Hmm. Rami or Hakari? I think I could run Hakari better. Could I? Could I run Hakari?
I got like 5 more minutes before I gotta check my food again. Still pretty soft.
Okay, you
But
know what? We can do Yuta versus Hakari.
yeah, that seems more better.
More better. Okay. You start out
Not
with
that I was gonna
your
win, but it's like
statement, little chud.
I was gonna say I was gonna win, but it's like Uraume, the best you have for Uraume as someone who's gonna research Uraume and likes
Now,
Uraume is like
hold on
relativity
now,
to
hold on now.
Hakari.
Wait, blood. D didn't blood. I mean, I'm repping Hakari. I'm not repping the rum.
Hold on, my Wi-Fi
It's
is doing that thing where I can't hear you. Hold on.
hold on. Can you hear me now? Blood. DD blood. Hello? Man, what the fuck?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, my Wi-Fi randomly has a thing where I just like feel like I'm Helen Keller for a bit.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
All right. Yes. Like I'll text you when it happens, but now we're good. We're good.
Okay, so this is Hakari versus Yuta. Me for Hakari, you for Yuta, and then
Yep.
Raven for Yuta. This for
Yes.
the rec in advance. Now you do your statement. Why do you think Hakari is over Yuta's over Hakari or something like that?
I think Yuta is over Hakari for the sole reason of. But this is Shinjuku, by the way, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yes. I believe that Yuta is over Hakari for the reason of his domain expansion being his main trump card for Hakari. So CLDR, I believe that it's a hack stiff.
God damn it! I want to say slur.
Yo, but if the recording's on, like, I don't know, is there a way to
Yeah,
cut it?
the recording's on. Anyway, okay. So I think mentally brain dead, and you should be taken by foxes into the woods. So my main reason for saying that is you didn't really provide sufficient reason for Hakari's domain to be really superior. No, for Yuta's domain to really be superior above Hakari's domain. So it's really just you're sort of question begging there, like really horrifically. So and you just didn't provide substantiation. Um, to counter that, not just be on the agnostic stance. Hakari's domain is just stated really fucking good in domain clashes, such that that narrative intent by Gege I don't think is really meaningless. Such that it's just he'll just win the clash regardless. Put you down, burn out, and just pew 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 and kill him.
I thought you were just starting with jackpot off rip because that's what most people do
Uh,
from another server. But all right.
man,
Got it. Hold on. Grabbing something real quick. My fault for being quiet. So I wouldn't necessarily. I know that Hakari's domain is necessarily said to be better in clashing, but I don't really think that would entail like an instant win. It was just that he would have because there is still another factor for domain clashing, that being if you're able to damage the other person to a certain point, that would help. Um, that would. What I'm trying to say is, if Yuta's gets to damage Hakari while they're clashing, it will give him a higher odds of winning that clash. Versus, let's say Hakari just tries to stall out, then over time he'd definitely have a better odd of winning the clash via just being better at clashing. So I think then it would come down to would Yuta be able to deal a significant amount of damage onto Hakari while they're clashing. Which
Once I get okay, is it my turn?
I don't want to just make like another baseless claim, so I was gonna get into reasons why Yuta would have the capability of damaging
You know,
Hakari.
yeah. You go on to yeah.
Which using the Shinjuku variants, I'm just gonna use Yuta by himself and then get into Rika if that's needed. Unless you want me to stop there, but I shall get to it. Which, s- I'm not aware if, yeah, nah. So I'm just trying to recall if clashing still gives the debuff or that's just both being buffed. Which I believe it's just both being buffed. So, which by Shinjuku, Yuta gains. Well, I'm just gonna use his sword and the non-sword feats, which in terms of just bare strength, he has been shown able to damage Sukuna to like a not like major degree, but even before he pops domain, a gut punch was able to make Sukuna's second mouth like, kind of make a grunt, which isn't much. But we get go into what he uses domain. He is able to damage Sukuna's well bone, which is his second set of eyes, bleeding him slightly and causing. Well, I don't know how that works, but it's just shown to be a bleeding effect on his second set of eyes and damaging him there, as well as when he was able to. Well, the Sukuna slightly weakens, but still gonna use the feat when he punches through Sukuna's second mouth and rips out his tongue. And another thing I don't think is highlighted that you recall when Sukuna like had you was like just cleaved Yuji's stomach as Yuta had to uppercut him to get him away. That in that panel, he actually bruises Sukuna's chin, which I mean, do you want me to just send it to you, or you gonna take my word for it? Because it was in
Every
that
scan you
instance.
have in general.
So your audio just lowered.
Give every like any scan for the premises you made, just send them in general too.
I'm just going to the chapter. It is. Found it. Sending it in right now.
I'm waiting. We have all day, man.
Yeah, it's right there. It's right there. You just couldn't let me copy it from the original place I found it in. But going back up prior, he had a clean chin, which after getting punched there, it is illustrated taking damage. And then let me. I'm just gonna get into katana scaling. I view that well. So Yuta's primarily a swordsman, but I view that him using a katana is more of his AP factor slash where he gets majority of his AP from. Which
Me.
are we serious? Yeah.
Me.
Um. Anyway, um, wielding a katana, we later see that he is capable of slicing Sukuna's arm off, though hence, this is after various damage. But even then, it was shown that Yuta landing a hit with his katana would be bad for Sukuna, as he established the chainsaw mini dismantles. Like even before the domain opened, it was during their initial clash when Yuta goes for a stab, which Sukuna then uses his chainsaw dismantles to stop the blade from even hitting him, and to even like seize the blade. So TLDR, I don't think it's too far-fetched for Yuta to, well, bare fist and primarily using his katana to damage Hakari and put him in a spot where it would mess with his clashing. Your turn. Unless you want me to touch up on Rika.
I don't
No.
need your arbitrarianism yapping, you mongoloid. Anyway, this
Yes.
is okay. Not to wait. Well, no, not to. I'm gonna wait. Well, no, not to waste your time here.
Hold
This
on,
is
your mic cut
all
out.
fucking orbit. Hold on. Shut the fuck up. This is not your
Hold on.
turn. This is not your turn, boy. Shut up. The mic cut again. Okay. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. Yeah, Allah. Can he hear me? Hello. I want to get this debate over with.
All right, there you go. Say something. I think you're back.
Hello.
Yes,
Hi.
yes, you're good. You're good. You're good. Sorry about my
Okay.
Wi-Fi, man.
Anyway,
All right.
all these points are really, 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 really arbitrary. Like that, you haven't. Hold on. Shut up. Shut the fuck up, you shit boy. Because it's not your turn speaking. Anyway, you haven't sufficiently scaled a card for me to necessarily grant a card to even be in the position in the first place to get hit by any of these, like at all, right? Like in the slightest. So you just wasted the entire people's time here watching all that, making arbitrary nonsense without sufficiently scaling the opponent character in question. So within that fact, I don't necessarily think Hakari would get hit by any of that. I think he dead ass just use anything and everything Hakari no Yuta has in store for him under the general pretense of the Maki chain scale, the Naoya Maki chain scale, where a holding back speed. And tell me if you need scans for any of these, by the way.
Yeah, just send it because I'm not
Um,
familiar with it.
yeah, Allah, everyone knows this. Holy fuck!
Yo, I've only been active here for like 2 weeks.
No, I mean, everyone is, as in this is a well-known chain scale. Holy. But you know
Send it.
what?
I might probably
I'll just
recognize it.
ask you what this. Hold on. I'll just ask you if you know these scenes, and if you say yes, I'm just not gonna send the scan. If you want the scan, then I'll send it. But like, we'll go one by one. First off,
Hold on. Going back to the chapter. Yes.
the no, okay. So first off, a holding back speed Naoya blitzes Choso and Yuji in perfect preparation. And he's necessarily holding back speed because he still is toying around and smiling and questioning them. Hey, should I speed up now, you little fat fucks?
Yes, I'm familiar with that.
Um, so due to Yuta necessarily going relative to that Yuji as well, it would thereby be the case, like logically, that possibly a Yuji relative to following games
Hold on, your
Yuta,
mic just did
such
another
that there
cut.
are no real. Shut the fuck up! This is not your turn yet. Good boy. Anyway, oh, and another mic cut. Oh, oh, oh. Can he hear me? Holy fuck.
Yep, it's a bad cut. Just gotta take a sec.
Can you hear me now? Hello? 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 Hi. Hi. Hello?
Yes, yes, you're good.
Hello?
You're good. There you go. There you go. Yes.
Okay. Okay. So you heard the Naya part, right? You heard me talking about
Yes, when he
Naya?
was toying
And
around and yes, heard that.
okay, so he was necessarily toying around with the two of them, such that yeah, he is at that point holding back, and he blitzed them twice. That would make it logically the case that Yuta, who goes relative with that post Shibuya Yuji, that he would also get blitzed by Naoya. That Naoya just as well is the same speed against Maki in the beginning of the battle due to both Naoyas not stacking, and I don't believe there are any amps between those two Naoyas in any way
Yes.
such that it would be important. Um, in that case, right,
Yes.
that that Maki goes relative to in a severely far worse injured Culling Games Yuji,
Yep.
whereas a completely unharmed, fully healed Yuji gets fucking shat on by Hakari in CQC.
I think
And
I know
even
the
if I were
chain
to
you're about
shut
to
the
get.
fuck up,
I'm
shut
sorry.
up, shut up. So even if I were to grant that that shatting on is relative, that's still just above post Shibuya Yuta for me to grant that Hakari in any universe, right? In any conceivable universe would you know mean that Hakari in any world would be hit by Yuta. Yeah. And also just that is reinforced. Just him dodging would be enforcing. Just well, no, just him dodging all of Yuta's moves would exhaust Yuta as a sorcerer naturally, who has bad efficiency, such that Domain would falter out at a point, Akari's would win, and then he just beats him to a pulp. Your turn.
No, I think I had another cut. Yep.
Oh my fucking god! Yeah, Allah. Yeah, Allah. Yeah,
Do you want me to just
Allah.
switch to mobile?
Yeah, yeah. Just
Alright,
switch,
alright, hold
bruh.
on.
He'll be back
Because
in
my
just a
PC.
second, guys. Haha. Oh, this is such a chop debate. Fuck.
Wait. All right, there we go. All right. All right, I can hear you.
Can you hear me, Chud?
Yes, and it's all good.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, I just basically concluded. Yeah, I mean, you can make your point.
I didn't hear the last closing part.
Oh, wait, where did you stop at?
It was right about when you were establishing the chain, like what I assume to be your chain, which was post Shibuya. I just remember post Shibuya Yuta, and you were just comparing the performances.
Oh, like when like yeah, when I was saying Hakari was beating the dog piss out of him.
Yes, 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 yes. Like right there, right there.
Okay, so even if I were to grant that Hakari beating the dog piss out of him would generally make them relative in any way in some universe, that still doesn't allow any. Fuki, shut the fuck up! This is a debate.
SL Pepper. SL Pepper. My name is SL
This
Pepper.
is a fucking. This is being recorded, Fugi. Shut the fuck up.
Mm, mm, mm. Oh, oh, bro. When did you bro? You're breaking free from your firewall, bro. You're like defying your programming, bro. Why are you speaking back to me?
Dude, just shut up and get out. This is a debate. Either mute or just don't mic up.
Oh, yes, boss.
Oh,
Right,
God.
you were saying.
Anyways. Right. So even if I were to grant that they were relative, that still doesn't make Hakari in any conceivable universe touched by Yuta in their domains. And also before you say, oh, swap training, swap training. Um, just so you know, swap training didn't increase their speed. I can substantiate that reliably. If you want me to send scans for it, I will. Anything else you want scans for, I will send it. Just ask me. So I'm done with my point.
Send the scans from the swap training. You dropping it in general?
Swap training didn't. Well, no, it's not. To be clear here, swap training isn't stated to increase. Well, no, swap training is mainly noted by Sukuna to increase their defenses.
Yes.
But hold on, it is never noted to increase speed in any way, shape, or form. Just mainly defensive capacities. Let me two. Is it 245? I don't know. Oh fucking no. It's right around 246. God damn it, comic! I don't care about your neat women. So let's after this. So just to like elaborate more on them not increasing their speed. Um, Sukuna already notes that they've solidified their defenses a decent bit, right, in the beginning, and then asks them to compete with their feet later on, like have a race. So in that context, in that necessary context, Sukuna would have just generally, if he was testing them, he would have noted any increase in speed afterwards. But later on, when he's in his, I think when he's in his own monologue, something like that. Where is it? Is it this chapter? Yeah, Sukuna would have noted any change to them in speed afterwards, but no, he still says physically strengthening. He never notes anything about speed. He never notes anything about just generally a speed increase. He never like comments on the speed, and this is reinforced by the section in Yuta's domain where he says they've increased their defenses, but he never, notes a speed increase in anywhere. Let me get it. Let me get it. Let me get it. Uh, hold on. Where is it? Defenses gotten great. Where is the defense? I'll give them all in one big bat. Where is it? So wait, you remember all my argument, right? Just so it's not hard to track.
Yeah.
I'll post them in general 2.
All right.
Check general dash 2 for me, senor, por favor.
I
Loud burp.
bet. Yo, loud burp, yo. I'm about to check.
What? 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 Twin, what?
I said I'm about to check. My fault. I'm just grabbing that food I mentioned.
I do not understand anything he says.
Oh, I said as I'm grabbing food right now. Yeah, but I'm about to read it.
Oh. Oh. Well, at least you actually check the scans you're reading.
Yeah. I'm checking now.
For context, for anyone watching the rec right now, I'm watching Fugi harp and weep about the loss of his artificial intelligence son. And that son is me, actually. Hi, hello.
All right, I got it. All right, I read it.
Anyway, are you done reading the arc, little boy?
Yeah, I read it.
Yeah, you read it? What's your
Yeah,
counter arc, little boy? Or do you just want to go to concluding statements?
not gonna lie. Like, I would want to conclude, but Ethno did say getting belted does help, so I want to keep going.
You're already being belted, son. But, like, okay. You give your counter arc, little boy.
All right. Just grab some real quick.
These are key jingles to get the attention span of anyone watching right now. Jingle, jingle, jingle. Jingle, jingle. Jingle,
Jango, pay
jingle,
attention.
jingle. Oh, pay attention. Jingle, jingle, jingle.
Yo, wallahi, I'm cooked. Yeah, I can't even think of anything.
Yeah, that's when we go to concluding statements. Big
Yeah,
man.
look, I got slammed.
Yeah. State your reasons for why you think won, who you think won, and why.
I think you won because all your statements held higher credence than what I could provide, and I failed to continue.
I think I won because I violently touched this boy in areas he did not want me to touch. That's about it. Uh, You
Yeah.
stop the you do the /save command, boy.
Yeah.
You
Slash
just type it down
save.
slash.
Yeah, slash save.